What is going on, everybody? Leo here, and we are back with the Diaz Traveling Show. We're on episode number 8 now, and we've just finished our stay in Slovenia. And this place was amazing. I mean, if you've never even thought about coming to Slovenia, we're going to already tell you, you have to come here. This place is fantastic. It seems like it's kind of a newer country, but with a lot of old history in it. So it's really fascinating when you actually get here and see kind of what's going on. Now, the first thing we're going to say is that everyone here is so nice and friendly. I can't even begin to articulate how friendly everyone is here. No matter where we went, no matter what we were doing, it just seems like everyone was just so willing and eager and ready to help you out with whatever it is you needed. They did it with a smile on their faces. Everyone was super polite as well. And a lot of people spoke English, and then they made that effort to be friendly with you. And when we were even buying groceries at the grocery store, guys were playing with Dominic and trying to make jokes with him. And Dominic was just loving it, and we were loving it, just to see how friendly these people actually were. So that's one of the big things that we absolutely loved about Slovenia. We were in Ljubljana, its main city there, and it was just such a wonderful feeling being there. Where are we? Do you remember the name?
Ljubljana.
Ljubljana. How is it so far?
Ljubljana.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Now, from a tourist perspective, when we were checking out all of the sites and everything that it had to offer in terms of restaurants, cafes along its main strip, in the main city area, everything is so close in proximity. When we first got there off the train, we didn't realize just how small and centrally focused everything is. We were able to walk around in a short time span, and we hit all the major tourist sites that we found online, and it was saying, oh, you have to go check out these 15 places. We didn't realize they were all within 100 meters of each other. So that was such an easy experience, kind of going from site to site, because everything was so close. On top of that, the Slovenia itself is actually quite beautiful, and the architecture, nothing's really built high. I mean, they have their skyscraper, which is I think 13 floors high, and that was kind of the biggest skyscraper in Europe for a while, but nothing really has surpassed that. I mean, there are a few a little bit taller buildings, but it's not like a concrete jungle. So that was kind of cool about being in Ljubljana. We got a chance to kind of check out some of the things outside of the city center. We went to one of the caves, and there are a bunch of caves all over that area, but this is one of the biggest ones that was open to tourists. It drops you about 115 meters below the ground, and it is just insane what is down there. It's so cool. Like, I can't even begin to describe it. You have to either see the pictures or be there for yourself. On top of that, we also got a chance to go to Lake Bled, which is just outside of Ljubljana. And this place as well was fantastic. If you're from Alberta, and you've gone to places like Lake Louise, it's kind of like that, but on a smaller scale. But again, when we went there, it was absolutely dead. It felt like it was our own personal lake because nobody was there. It was a bit too cold, so it was in the off season. And that gave us the opportunity to kind of explore it at our own leisure. It was a bit foggy, so we weren't getting that picturesque postcard scene that everyone sees online, but there was still something really cool about having the mist and the fog around there, and then going up to the castle and the hikes around there. It was still a really cool experience. Now, moving back into the city center, again, we just couldn't emphasize enough how cool it feels, how awesome it is just walking around there. There is a slight feeling, and Donna brought this up, it was almost like we were back in the Maritimes. Everything was just so picturesque in terms of having the water around, and also just the friendliness of everyone. It just felt like we were back in Halifax or anywhere on the East Coast, and it was just something comforting about being there. She commented all the time that it feels like home, and it actually did, especially with the feeling of just being safe. At no point did we ever feel like we had to worry about our belongings or bags or even Dominic, and it just felt really comfortable knowing that. Also, back in the central area, they're really big on their bridges, and one of their biggest bridges is the Dragon Bridge. Now, this goes back to kind of their legends of Jason and the Argonauts slaying a dragon, and it's pretty cool because they tie that in over the river and they just incorporate it into their city, and it's kind of cool going across the bridge, and these dragons are on each end staring at you as you cross the bridge, just waiting for you to do something wrong. I get that feeling a lot being married to Donna. Another fantastic thing about Ljubljana is that the drinking water is pristine. And they advertised that. I mean, they were one of the cleanest, or if not, sorry, they were the cleanest city in Europe in 2016. And they like to hold that with great pride, and good for them. Their drinking fountains are readily available for anybody, and it's super clean that you can pretty much drink anywhere. So that concludes our time in Slovenia, and I'm hoping you guys get the urge to go here because this place is fantastic. It is a hidden gem in Europe, and although it might not be as grand as some of these other countries here, it is one of the places that I recommend you go and take the time to visit and explore, and you will not be sorry. Just remember, some really great things come in small packages. Just ask my wife. And of course, I'm talking about our son, Dominic. So I hope you guys had fun with us on this trip, because this was a wonderful one. I look forward for you guys tagging along with our next adventure. And until then, keep safe, and we'll see you guys soon.